Hi, this is Ebony Thompson, Tourism and Marketing Director for the Calhoun County Chamber of Commerce. Welcome into the Community Connection TV show.
Back, folks. We appreciate you for tuning in to another great episode of the Community Connection TV show. And today we have a very special guest with us. We're very excited to have Oxford Chief of Police, Officer Bill Partridge. And Bill, we thank you for being on the show today.
Appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir. And we really appreciate your service, your heart for the public. And just as an Oxford resident, I can personally tell you Oxford has it going on. Okay, Oxford is very safety conscious, very protective of the citizens, and they do an excellent job protecting and serving. Mm-hmm. And Officer, I should call you Chief, Chief Partridge. I know you have over 25 years in law enforcement.
Yes, sir.
And so that speaks for itself. And just kind of some talking points today. I've asked Chief Partridge if he would come in and share with the public some things that are on his heart, some things that are, that the Oxford Police Department are really focused on, and just kind of off the cuff. This year I know every year he's got his unique points and strategies. What's going on for, let's say, for example, looking into 2014. Yeah. What are we looking at in that area?
Well, we just want people to be security conscious every day when they're outside in the public, when they're out in a public shopping venue or at home. We want them to be safe. Some of the things that people need to look at when they go out shopping is that when you park in a parking lot, be familiar with your surroundings as you're getting out of the car. Right. Make sure that you have paid attention to who's parked around you when you get out or get into the vehicle. Right. If you don't feel comfortable when you start to get out of that car, move to another spot. Move closer to the building, or move to another side of the parking lot if you don't like who's sitting beside you or sitting across from you, or if you feel somebody's watching you. Right. But you need to be conscious about those type things. We live in such a technology conscious time where everybody's got a cell phone in their hand. They're either on the internet, Facebook, Twitter, texting back and forth, that we get so distracted that we're not paying attention to our surroundings. Right. And we need to really pay attention to what's around us and be aware. And if you see something suspicious, report it. You may think, hey, I'm not going to bother the police with that, but that's what the police are there for. Right. Police are not just there to write tickets and arrest people. We're there for protection and service. And if you feel that you're uncomfortable when you're starting to get out of a vehicle or go into a business, or you feel that somebody may be watching you or suspicious activity, go ahead and call.
Even in traffic, I know we need to be aware of what's around us, even at the stoplight. We got to be careful. And so just be aware of who's around you. Road rage. I mean, we're going into a situation in our time, in our the era that we live in. We have to be careful. And it's almost like larger city crime has been inching its way into our small area more and more.
We have a major interstate that runs through our county, and we're halfway point between Atlanta and Birmingham. So we try to make sure that when you get off that interstate, you're going to see a police car. Right. Because that is a deterrent. We have a lot of unsavory characters who travel the interstate. So we try to keep that hot and heavy at those interstate exchanges, so people will realize that there's a heavy police presence there.
That's great. And that actually protects our whole county when you look at it that way. Yeah. You guys, when you look at that strategy, you're the front line.
Yes.
On attacking from the county against crime up from the interstate. So that's a unique way to look at it. I've never thought about it that way. So Oxford's on the front lines there. And guys, we appreciate all of our law enforcement. We appreciate every city division, every surrounding county that's around us. We're going to be working with more of them also. We appreciate the job they all do. The sheriff's department, they do an incredible job, and we've been known for our police force is to be of integrity.
Well, my philosophy is we have to work together. We have to work together as law enforcement agencies in the city, the county, state, and federal government. If we don't work together, we deal with the same criminals, okay? Oxford deals with the same criminals that Piedmont deals with the
Right.
county, with Anniston, Jacksonville. They don't stay in just a area, okay?
Right.
So we have to work together, and law enforcement does a really good job of that in our county, Calhoun and Talladega County, of working together.
It's great.
Most people, most people don't want to see the police. Most people associate the police with they're going to stop and write me a ticket
Right.
or arrest me, okay? But there's more to that.
Right.
These officers work long hours. They work holidays. They work in the rain. They work in the sleet. They work in the snow.
Right.
They're not there just to write you a ticket. They're also there to protect you.
Exactly. They all the way from in the morning on helping your kids get to school safely with the traffic at the school, all the way to guarding your neighborhood at night when you go to bed. So and for the folks who aren't doing anything wrong, they'll be scared.
Exactly. They're there to help.
What do you have to worry about? So if you're doing something wrong, stop it. But anyway, just kind of going from that to the other, that's some great tips. We're going to go into some technology tips also. And just to kind of finish up our first segment here, where you're talking about technology, that's a great thing, but it can also be such a distraction. We're on our phones too much. We're engulfed in technology and the Facebook, internet, looking up something, whatever we're doing. We pull up to the store. We're checking their sales prices. I mean, be alert and cautious, because the technology will distract you from the dangers around you.
Exactly.
There was a recent story about the incident that happened on a subway train or a train out in California, and there was a guy with a gun, and the security surveillance footage caught it, and he pulled his gun out and was scratching his face with it on a train or subway or train, I'm assuming in California, filled with passengers, and they were all so engulfed in their phones, none of them saw the weapon.
Well, that's what I wanted to talked about earlier, was that when you pull up to these places or you're in a public venue, be aware of your surroundings. That is the most important thing that you can do when you're at a public venue, is to pay attention to who's around you.
Exactly. Well, Chief Partridge, please stay with us. We've got a quick special break, special Elite Business Spotlight, and then we'll be right back, folks, with some great information there. And so don't touch that dial, don't touch that remote. If you're on Facebook watching us, don't move the mouse. Stay connected.
Opportunity is knocking. We're ERA King Real Estate. To buy or sell real estate today, you need solutions that will pay. Opportunity is knocking at your door. It's what you're looking for. Opportunity is knocking. We're ERA King Real Estate.
We are proud to introduce to you Radioactive, located in Pelham since 1985. Radioactive strives to build their reputation on honesty and integrity by offering high-quality products and knowledgeable service. They offer a comprehensive range of products and professional installation for your home theater and automotive needs. Radioactive stands behind their work and has the reputation to back it up. Give them a call for all of your home theater, vinyl wrap, and car stereo needs. Call 205-663-1859. Welcome in to Creations Salon, located at 600 Quintard Avenue, Anniston, Alabama. Great services for men and women. Haircuts, highlights, hair extensions, special occasion hair and makeup. Be sure to visit Creation Salon for your nail spa and your pedicure needs. Also, tanning services. So be sure to visit Creations Salon. Welcome back, folks. We appreciate you for tuning in and for staying connected. And we are here again. If you're just now tuning in, we have been talking to the Oxford Chief of Police, Chief Bill Partridge, and we're glad to have you on the show with us, Bill. Bill has been sharing a lot of safety awareness type instruction and reminders for the public and for ladies and just for everybody in general, for things to watch out about, things to be aware of, vigilance, just being careful and cautious, especially in the day that we live in. We are very blessed and fortunate to be in an area with such devoted, good law enforcement. We really appreciate all of our local cities and counties that help in that work together hand in hand to keep our areas safe. And they have such a tremendous responsibility. That's one of the reasons why we want to start a focus on this on our show, because they have a huge responsibility and a huge undertaking of the crime that's elevated as time goes by in the world, and especially in our area. They keep us safe. They help us out. They're there for you, and we just appreciate all that they do for us. And as a personal resident of Oxford, the Oxford district, I really am very alert and aware of your presence in a lot of places, and that makes me feel better, especially with children and things like that. So, I really appreciate the job that I see you guys do. And so much more goes on behind the scenes that we don't know, so we appreciate that. And in case you are tuning in late, folks, if you want to catch the entire episode, if you want to catch all the information in its entirety, be sure to go to Facebook, because the TV show is available there for you too. And of course, it'll probably be available on their Facebook page as well. And that brings us to another topic. And there's the address for our Facebook page. Just type in those two words, local TV show. Type those two words in. We'll pop up number one. You'll be able to watch our shows. Be sure to send us a friend request so you can watch the most recent episodes. And also, you want to go to the Oxford Police Department Facebook page, and there's their information right there, and you'll be able to keep tabs on local things there. So any of your local law enforcement agencies that have Facebook pages, plug into them, because it's a great way. I was plugging into the Heflin page not long ago and noticed a missing girl on there that needed to be, the community needed to be alerted to that. So I instantly shared it. I'm friends with a lot of people. And
Facebook has been a really good venue for the police department to get information out to the public fast. It's also been a great venue of being able to capture individuals that we were looking for, that we had no idea who they were, but we knew that if they were local, that our people on the internet would know who they were. And we've had some really good success stories on catching individuals using Facebook.
Wow, that's great. So Facebook, a lot of people have a negative view of Facebook, but Facebook can be used for, and that's any kind of technology. It can be used for good or it can be used for bad. And, that brings us up to another focal point. I really didn't plan on going that much into social media, but it's just, I keep being reminded of so many things. There are apps out there, folks, that your kids may have that are being possibly put out there by predators. And so be careful of the apps that that you're downloading or that your kids are downloading, because you don't know what they are. I mean, and I think I may have got that off your page.
Yeah, make sure that your internet connections at home, if you have wireless networks, make sure that they have security passwords on them.
Right.
Make sure you change those often, because you can actually have individuals, if you have wireless camera systems inside your house, or if you had a camera on your laptop, that they can hack into these if you do not have a firewall up and a protection password, that they would be able to use those against you.
Wow. Yeah, that's something we definitely need to be cautious of and aware of. So social media security, that's a whole other subject, and that brings us into our next subject, which we're gonna. It's already time for a break again. I can't believe it, but there's so much. You're gonna have to come back, because there's so much more we need to talk about. But going from social media security, shopping, and when you're going out and about, that kind of security and awareness, we want to also focus on home security. Your home is your family, and that's where your protection is at. There's a lot of single moms now, more than there ever has been. That means the mom's role is chief security agent for the family. And whereas traditionally it used to be the dads, and there's still a lot of dads that are that role, but there's a lot of moms. So we want to really focus on that and encourage them to be aware, be trained, be knowledgeable. Of what you can, how you can help your family, and how you can be alert and aware and not careless also. And that brings us to another subject. We're going to talk about Facebook security on your personal business. We don't want to forget that. So we'll be right back, folks, with that little teaser on that information. Stay connected, and we shall return quickly. Thank you.
Planning an event? Be sure to call Top Notch Events and Rentals. They have all that you need for all of your wedding and special rental needs. Inflatable bounce houses, slides and vending, lighting and draperies. Don't forget about their fantastic line of formal wear. That's Top Notch Events and Rentals, located in Anniston, Alabama, 239-4950. Welcome in to Creations Salon, located at 600 Quintard Avenue, Anniston, Alabama. Great services for men and women. Haircuts, highlights, hair extensions, special occasion hair and makeup. Be sure to visit Creations Salon for your nail spa and your pedicure needs. Also, tanning services. So be sure to visit Creations Salon.
Saw Dad last night. I'm worried.
Yeah, me too. Ever since his surgery, he can't get around like he used to.
My friend Ellen called Home Helpers to care for her parents. They love their caregiver. She helps them live independently at home.
For over a decade, Home Helpers has been making life easier for those in need. Visit Home Helpers for more information and to receive your free care packet.
My dwelling place, so Lord, and I am covered by your blood, Jesus. Teach me to wait upon your love. You are my refuge and my fortress. You are my dwelling place, O Lord, and I am covered by your blood, Jesus. Teach me to wait upon your love. You are my refuge and my fortress. Thousand may fall around me, 10,000 by my right hand, arrows flying towards me, terrors in the land. I will set my heart upon you. I will look into your face. No evil shall befall me. No evil in this place. I want to be in the secret place, abiding in your love. Holy Spirit, help me to find my way. When you and I can be one. You are my dwelling place, so Lord, and I am covered by your blood, Jesus. Teach me to wait upon your love. You I will cease to dwell within your presence. Behold your beauty, I will inquire in your temple. Petition for mercy, for in the time of trouble you will hide me. I want to be in the secret place, abiding in your love. Holy Spirit, help me to find my way. Well, you and I can be one. Cover me under your wings, where I can be close to your heart. Holy Spirit, overshadow me. Keep me in your arms. Keep me in your arms, Jesus. You are my dwelling place, oh Lord, and I am covered by your blood, Jesus.
Opportunity is knocking. We're ERA King Real Estate. To buy or sell real estate today, you need solutions that will pay. Opportunity is knocking at your door. It's what you're looking for. Opportunity is knocking. We're ERA King Real Estate.
Welcome back, folks. We appreciate you for staying connected through that break. And if you see our sponsors out there, just tell them what a great job that they're doing, and we thank them for being able to bring quality content like this of free charity ads to the public, community awareness spots, as well as our business elite spotlights. So we really thank our sponsors for making these type things available for you. And we're here, if you're just now tuning in, with Oxford Police Chief Bill Partridge. We thank you, Bill, for being part of our show today, or tonight. And you can also catch this episode if you're just tuning in and haven't caught it all. Look us up on Facebook. You can look us up on their Facebook page too. They'll probably make that available for you. And we just want to be able to use any kind of tool we can to help our community in as many positive ways that we can. And this is just a great way. I don't know if you know, we're the only variety show in the area that's truly a variety show. We may have monkeys, musicians, and politicians, and sometimes they can't tell which is which when I'm on there. So, they get me confused with the monkeys sometimes. But, we are also fortunate to be the only social media TV show in the area. I've looked in Birmingham. I haven't even seen a Birmingham show there on social media. So hopefully more will get involved in that. But for those who don't know, if you're not watching us on Facebook, if you're watching us on Cable One, all throughout Calhoun County, you can also catch us on Facebook, and you can also catch us on LinkedIn if you're a business professional. Catch us there. And but Chief of Police Bill Partridge, thank you for being with us again. And we want to go right back into that where we left off. We're talking about home security, and we're talking about we were talking about social media. And there's another thing that kind of interconnects those really quickly, because we don't have a lot of time to talk about that. But Facebook or social media security.
Absolutely. When you go out of town, don't post that you're going out of town on Facebook.
Right.
Don't post it on Twitter.
Right.
Keep that to yourself. When you go out of town, I notice that a lot of people will go to the beach, and the first thing they want to do is post pictures of them being at the beach.
Right.
Well, guess what? Bad guys look at social media too.
Right.
And then they in turn know that you're out of town and your house is vulnerable.
Right.
So try to refrain from doing that until you return home, and then you can post whatever you like.
Right.
But just don't give them the idea and the knowledge that you're gone.
Right. Don't make it public when you do a big, large purchase. I've just got a big 50-inch flat screen.
And another thing, if you buy that 50-inch widescreen, don't put the box out on the side of the road for everybody to see.
Right.
Cut it up and place it in the trash itself.
Right.
You leave it on the side of the road. The bad guy drives by looking for scrap on the side of the road. He sees you bought a new TV. He comes back when you go to work and he steals it.
Right.
So there's just little common sense things there that you can use that you don't alert the bad guys of what you're doing.
Yes. You're being watched, basically, and not all the time, but occasionally. You never know when that occasional time is. So
Exactly.
be aware, be alert. And Chief Partridge, what are some other things we can talk about when we deal with home security?
Well, like I said earlier, it's great that if you have an alarm, please use the alarm when you're not there. We answer alarm calls to residences and businesses all the time. Like I said earlier, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Home security involves you being aware of your surroundings at home also. Suspicious activity. If you see suspicious activity in your neighborhood, please call the police department and let us know so we can send somebody out and check those individuals out.
Right.
But the main thing is don't post yourself, and I've been bad about it. Don't post yourself that you're somewhere.
It's tempting.
That's right.
It really
That's
is.
right. Wait until you return home, and then you can post whatever you like.
We get excited, we're having fun, and we just are to let our guard down.
Exactly.
And another thing, we really want to be aware of what our kids are doing on Facebook, social media, email.
Yes.
A lot of kids talk to friends they think is a friend, or they make a friend, and it's an adult. I tell my daughters, I say, look, if you're on Facebook, be aware that one of your friends' pictures might be a friend of yours in their picture, and it could be a 50-year-old man in Texas, behind that picture.
Exactly.
So, or a new picture, there's somebody they didn't know that they thought, well, I'll be friends with them.
Exactly.
Be aware of your children and what they're doing on there as well. And one big thing with me also, I want to encourage everybody, and I'm sure you agree, be aware of your lighting. Make sure your house is well lit. If you're out of town, use timers. One of the best defenses, in my opinion, is have a neighbor. If you're friends with your neighbors, we should be friends with our neighbors.
Exactly.
We should look out for each other. If you're friends with a neighbor, or you have a family member that can come by, check out your place, or even stay there, I encourage you to do that too. Just kind of keep an eye out. I am known to go out in the middle of the night because I do work different hours with my business. I've been doing video processing all through the night sometimes. So if I catch myself unusually awake at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., I'll make a security round.
Yeah.
And I just kick my lights on bright, and I look around my area, and then I go to bed. Check it out. So, just be aware.
I'd also like to make people aware that over the next few months that the Oxford Police Department will be hosting in several different locations throughout the city neighborhood crime watch meetings, where we want to get the community organized in some of these neighborhoods and create a community crime watch neighborhood, and have people who are in contact with the police department and where we can share information through social media. I believe will be a good thing for all the citizens in the city.
Exactly. And I'm glad to hear about that, because that is a great weapon of defense that we can have is unity.
Absolutely.
Unity against crime. So, well, Chief Partridge, we appreciate you for being on the show. Please come back and be with us.
Appreciate you having me.
Anything you want to talk about and share with the public, you have an open forum with us.
I appreciate that.
We appreciate you.
Thanks a lot.
And folks, we appreciate you. Stay connected. Tell a friend. If you have some family members that are not in our county, or that are in our county and are not on Cable One, be sure they know they can also watch us on Facebook, or if they're a business professional, they can watch us on LinkedIn. Folks, we appreciate you, and please stay connected.